Hello everybody and welcome to the channel. It's Paulie, Esther here, and yesterday Dead by Daylight tweeted out that they had heard our concerns about the difficulty of some of the challenges on the archives of level 3, and today they addressed them and said exactly how they're going to change all of these challenges. So let's go ahead and read through this blog post together. We go over here to the forums and it says status update archives tome 1 level 3 changes. This just came out minutes ago. I haven't even read it myself, so let's see. Since the release of Tome 1 Level 3 earlier this week, we have been keeping an eye out for feedback regarding the difficulty of the challenges. While we intended for the challenges to gradually get more difficult from one level to the next, between your feedback and playing through the tome ourselves, the most recent level ended up being a little harder than we'd like, creating frustration for those who just want to complete the tome and the rift. With this in mind, we've decided to reduce the requirements for most level 3 challenges. When we originally planned the Tome and Rift, we had designed it in such a way that you would earn enough fragments from player experience points to finish the Rift by the time you complete all the challenges. Since the challenges can now be completed in fewer matches, you may need to play additional matches after completing the Tome in order to reach Tier 70 in the Rift. Those who have already completed challenges will not be affected. If your current progress surpasses the new lowered requirement, the challenge will automatically be completed. Changes to Tome 1 Level 3. The Liberator Challenge. Originally, you must unhook 25 survivors safely. Now, unhook 10 survivors safely. Last Minute Hero Challenge. Unhook 2 survivors after the endgame collapse has begun. Must unhook them safely, complete in a single trial. Now, unhook 1 survivor after the endgame collapse has begun, must unhook them safely. That, to me, was the most difficult one on the board, and now it's much more doable. I could have gotten that one last night, actually. Level 3, the Blindside Challenge. Blind the killer 5 times, now blind the killer 4 times, not in a single challenge, so no worries there. Locked and Found Challenge. Fully deplete 8 keys, now fully deplete 3 keys. That was a pretty easy one. It just took a little while longer. That's a gimme now at 3 keys. Life Giver Challenge. Heal a total of 15 health states of any survivor. Now is heal 10 health states of any survivor. Level 3 Escape Artist Challenge. Escape 10 trials. Now escape 5 trials. All Better Challenge, completely heal 4 health states of any survivor in a single trial. Now completely heal 3 health states of any survivor, complete in a single trial. Nice. Obsessive Challenge, kill the obsession 7 times by any means, has now become kill the obsession 4 times by any means. The Property Damage Challenge, damage a generator or destroy a pallet, drop pallet 40 times. It's now damage a generator or destroy a drop pallet 30 times. I did that in one game. Level 3 Buried Underground Challenge. Hook 15 survivors in the basement. It's now hook 5 survivors in the basement. I completed that one already in 2 games. And the Bug Fix, the Iridescent Age Challenge. The challenge will now give progression appropriately. So if you don't know how the Iridescent Age Challenge was bugged, it was asking you to get 15 iridescent emblems. But if you earned more than 1 in a game, it would only give you credit for 1 of them. So it would require at least 15 games in which you earned 1 or more iridescent emblems to complete. Now, like a game last night where I had 4 iridescent emblems in one game, I'll get credit for all 4 instead of just 1. So that's nicely fixed. The release schedule, this is planned to go live on Friday, November 29th at 3 p.m., so about 4 hours from now. You don't need to download an update to get these changes. We will be updating the requirements through the back end. If you're in game at the time of the challenges to go live, you may need to restart your game for these challenges to take effect. With these challenges, we hope... Dang it. Come here, bottom. With these changes, we hope that players progress through the Tome and Rift at a steadier rate and unlock lore quicker. We'll be using what we've learned with this tome to reevaluate and adjust future tomes to ensure that they are as fair and as enjoyable as possible, the Dead by Daylight team. Yeah, that was my only concern, is that if they were locking pieces of lore or cinematics, tome pages behind what seemed like they were near impossible challenges, the whole idea of this archives is to give a story about the characters, and if you're locking these bits behind challenges that are just near impossible to complete, that was the frustration. So I'm glad that they've gone and done a pass-through on all of these. Some of these actually I think are quite generous in how they have downgraded them from Escape 10 Trials to Escape 5, things like that. Those were definitely doable challenges. They were just going to take more time. So it's nice to see that they have adjusted these to make them, the difficulty, more favorable for players. And you have to remember, like, this is the first archive that they've laid out. So they're learning too, right? They want to see what they can do to challenge the player base, but not make it too easy or too difficult. So it's a balancing act, right? They're figuring it out too. So I'm very happy that they made these changes. Look forward to seeing them come through later today. It's going to make, you know, this last minute hero, that for me was the most difficult one. So I'm glad they made these changes. I know you will be too. And, oh, I know what I want to tell you. So this one for the property damage, for breaking 30 things. I broke 30 things in one game. What I did was I brought the Wraith, and then I brought the add-on that allows you to break stuff faster, and the add-on that makes your movement speed faster when cloaked. So you couple that with Brutal Strength, and then if you play an Azerov's Key that has a ton of pallets on that map, you just chase the survivors around cloaked. They drop the pallets, crack them so fast while you're cloaked, and then you move so fast to get to the next one, and I got 30 breakables in one game. So that's an easy way to go after that challenge, my recommendation. My man the King put out a video about efficiency to get some of these other challenges done. I recommend that you go to the King DBD's channel and watch his video on archive efficiency for some of these challenges. It's a really good video. That's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching, everybody. Happy Black Friday, and we'll see you next time. Take care of each other out there in the fog, and go get your challenges on. Bye-bye.